all right, the sun is beaming down. We've been working on content all day, and I said, oh my God, you guys on this channel, if I don't get a prediction up for this video, you guys are going to get mad at me. And you're right. It's the Europa League final. I'm sleeping on this game. No, I'm not. It's going to be amazing, all right? It's going to be amazing. It's going to be the best Europa League final ever. I'm making a crazy statement. Guys, these two teams, by the way, Tottenham and Manchester United, they have 39 combined losses in the Prem out of 74 matches this season. 16th and 17th place are playing in the Europa League final. It's crazy. If you're clicking on this video, you might be a Spurs fan. If you click on this video, you might be a United fan. You might just be a fan of football, and you're fiending some important football. We're kind of at the point with the leagues where right now the Serie A is the only interesting one because we've got Napoli and Inter who had some drama, and that's going to come down to the final game week. That's going to be really good. But we're at final season now. You know, we've got Europa League, we've got Conference League, which is an interesting one, thank God, because usually for me, I'm not caring, but it is a cool story. Betis against Chelsea, it's cool with Anthony, man, how he's been playing. So I can't wait for that. And then we've got Champions League final, and then we've got all the Nations League stuff. So we do have some football to look forward to, some important football. And look, this final's on Wednesday. We're going to do a watch along, and we're going to kind of just preview a little bit in this video. I'm going to give you guys some opinions, things we can expect. This is how Spurs and United, who they've gotten through to get here. Now, keep in mind, for me, guys, I'm more surprised about United's journey to this final, and I'll explain why. Spurs, look, both of these teams, Spurs and United this season, they're having the worst season in their club history, pretty much, period. Like, that's it. And they've both found themselves in a chance to get a pretty major trophy, a Europa League final trophy. Guys, whatever team, whatever squad here doesn't win, it's going to be an absolute disaster, okay, for who doesn't win this game. And I think that's why it's so entertaining, because pretty much it's been the worst season on paper for both these teams. Whoever doesn't walk away with this trophy is going to be beyond depressed, okay? It's going to be terrible. Now, I say that I'm a little more surprised with United's run to the final because I wasn't so sure about Sociedad. Lyon, very serious team, and Athletic Club, very serious team. Guys, I was surprised that United did what they did to Athletic Club. It definitely helped in the first leg with the red card. However, they really still took advantage of it, and we saw some pretty crazy breakout performances in the Europa League. We saw Mason Mount looking crazy again. Casemiro's looking insane in this run. And guys, let's not even get started about Harry Maguire. So United, to me, are really interesting. You got two storylines here that make it really hard to make a prediction. I'm going to explain them. United have not lost in Europe. So they've just been cooking. And it's so funny because when you watch them in the league, they literally just could give two shits. I don't know. They look like they don't even care. You watch in this, they start buzzing everywhere. And then you have Spurs, who I know all the trophy talk is this and that with Spurs. But the most funny part to me is that Ainge, right? He says, when asked if Spurs can win a trophy this season, he says, I don't usually win things. I always win things in my second year. Okay? So this has potential to be the coldest quote ever. I don't know if he had the intent to win the league, but he can win the Europa League trophy with that quote. So we've got such a funny game here because you got one team with Amorim that, like, is just, man, in the league, they're horrible. And look, I give Spurs a little bit more of a benefit in the league because, guys, Spurs have just been cooked with injuries, man. Spurs, this season, what they've had to deal with injuries has been crazy. And just to see Spurs with 21 losses is so crazy. But both teams been doing nothing. You know, the betting-wise, what the bookies think, because I always look at the way the lines are with these games. It's good to know. Obviously, this game is being played in Spain. United are a slight favorite, okay? If you put 100 on United, you get 145 back. On top of that, 100. If you put 100 on Spurs, you get 190 back. Nobody's encouraging betting. I like to see it because the bookies do really know with data, usually with setting lines. So that's for the 90 minutes. It's not that much more of a favorite for United, but the money and the odds are definitely more with United, which kind of makes sense to me. I feel like United's going to win this game 3-2. I think we're going to have a lot of goals. That's my prediction. I think this is just going to be a thrilling final. I think it could go to extra time. If it went to penalties, we're in absolute heaven. All right? Can you imagine that? Onana penalty shootout. Amorim, Ainge reactions. It's going to be crazy. But look, for me, guys, both teams will score, and there's going to be goals in this one. Both of these teams have struggled all season. All season, guys. They've struggled to defend. You look at the way it goes in the league. I mean, both of these teams are averaging like 1.5 to 2 goals conceded a game. But they also can score goals. You know, so United have been scoring a lot of goals in Europe. In this Europa League run, they've had, even just this knockout over 6 matches, they've had 12, 19 goals. Like, they've been scoring a ton. So look, Spurs also have scored pretty much in every first. If they've scored in almost since March 6th, they've scored in every leg of Europe. So I think Spurs will be good for some goals in this one. You know, the way the two styles of these teams are playing, you look at lineups and kind of what it could look like. Um, you know, it's not going to be exact to the way this goes. The biggest positive for United is kind of having Ahmad back in there. That is the biggest positive because, you know, Ahmad has been the United's best player this year, probably, I would say. Like, they just maybe not for the whole season, you know, maybe you would still say Bruno, but just Ahmad has been such an impact player when he plays. It's a shame, you know, that United has to go out there with the way Højlund has been playing, guys, because Højlund has just been shocking. It's a shame that Xerxes got injured. Because, you know, even Xerxes' impact in some of the Europa League matches has been massive. You know, when I look at Spurs, do Spurs have the players capable of getting this done? They do. I think Spurs do, and I think Spurs have, I'm not going to say surprised me a bit, but the way they went about this semifinal, guys, I mean, it was absolutely business. So do I feel good about giving United a prediction that they're going to win this game? Absolutely not. I don't feel good about it. I don't. And that's why I'm saying I'm better flipping a coin than giving you what's actually going to happen in this game because I think Spurs could very well win this, you know, and Ainge would look cold as hell for saying that. But for me, you know, United going into this game, not lost in this competition yet. I just kind of feel like they got something to prove in this game because, you know, I think they're loving the way they're playing in this competition. And I look at it like we've seen so many crazy performances now where Mason Mount was coming out and playing crazy. I'll tell you this, something that doesn't make me feel comfortable. All right, Ainge has been very good against Manchester United. Really, he has. I mean, Spurs have drawn or beaten United, and Ainge aside, even go back to April. The last time United got a positive 3-point result against Spurs was October 19, 2022. You look at the head-to-head, Spurs have won the last three out of 4 times. You know, they've won the last 4 out of 5 times against Manchester United. It's been in the Premier League. Yes, it's a different story, but it's still something to consider. So Opta Supercomputer, who predicted this match, said that Spurs have a 37.5% chance of victory compared to United's 35%. The probability of a draw is at 27%. So Opta thinks 27% chance of extra time. I think all in all, guys, both teams have the players capable of making it happen. I just lean with the way United have gone with this run, and some of the players, they have to make it happen. That's just the way that I see it. Now, could this game be a game where Son goes crazy? Yeah, it could. You know, there's players on Spurs that can make it happen as well. That's true. I would really love, you know, for Spurs' sake, if they had Maddison. I would feel a lot more confident with them if they did have him. I got to go with United 3-2 in this one. I think we might see extra time. I think we're going to see a lot of goals. Guys, let me know how you're feeling about this game. I can't wait for this one, man. It's going to be crazy. We're not going to do too much tactical analysis on here for this game, guys, because I think a lot of that is going to go out the window when this one starts. The fact of the matter is, you look at the two teams, I think Spurs are a little less experienced in this type of match than some of the players that you have in this United side. They have played in some more of these types of games, a few of them, not all of them. And I don't think that's the full-on difference. I just think United will get it done. I think they'll finish this fairy tale campaign. And, yeah, look, whatever team doesn't win this one, oh, my God, it's going to be devastating. It's going to be devastating, whoever doesn't win this game for the season they have had. Peace.